Hey everybody, it's been kind of a wild week with what's been going on. Yes, I am no longer a part of Expedition Bigfoot. I chose to leave for a multitude of reasons.
From Ronny LeBlanc's unexpected departure following a cryptid controversy to the ongoing mysteries in Expedition Bigfoot, fans are left captivated and eager for more. The show continues without one of its standout figures, leaving viewers to wonder what lies ahead in the untamed wilderness. The appeal of Expedition Bigfoot. The blend of mystery and the untamed wilderness has always been at the heart of Expedition Bigfoot. The show has captured the attention of many viewers, and among its standout figures was Ronny LeBlanc. The search for Bigfoot is more than just a quest for proof of the creature's existence. It is deeply embedded in popular culture. From rural folklore to blockbuster films, the legend of Bigfoot has captivated imaginations for generations. Over the years, the elusive creature has been featured in countless forms of media, turning it into a cultural icon that goes beyond its mysterious origins. Historical overview of Bigfoot in popular culture. The fascination with Bigfoot dates back to Native American legends that describe large, hairy creatures roaming the wilderness. However, the modern Bigfoot myth took shape in the mid-20th century when reported sightings began to surface.
What in the heck is that? It's big. It looks like it's trying to close in on them. It's hunting. Look at that. The elk saw it, look.
Most famously in 1958, when construction workers in Northern California discovered large footprints near Bluff Creek. The term Bigfoot was coined, and from that point on, the creature's story spread like wildfire across the media. Perhaps the most iconic piece of Bigfoot evidence in popular culture is the 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film, which reportedly shows a female Bigfoot walking through a forest in Northern California. This footage has been debated for decades and remains one of the most well-known Bigfoot sightings, becoming a pop culture phenomenon. The grainy, mysterious footage continues to spark discussions among skeptics and believers alike. Bigfoot in film and television. Bigfoot has long been a staple in films and television, appearing in everything from horror movies to lighthearted family shows. Films like Harry and the Hendersons, 1987, depicted the creature as a gentle giant, while documentaries like Sasquatch, Legend Meets Science, 2003, took a more scientific approach. The popularity of Bigfoot has ensured that it remains a subject of interest for filmmakers and documentarians alike. In recent years, shows like Finding Bigfoot and Mountain Monsters brought the search for cryptids into the reality TV genre, where teams of investigators venture into remote wildernesses in search of the creature.
Something's moving over there.
Oh my God.
This trend reached a new height with Expedition Bigfoot, a show that blends elements of reality TV with scientific investigation. By using modern technology and professional researchers, Expedition Bigfoot distinguishes itself from earlier attempts to find the creature, positioning itself at the forefront of the cryptozoology craze. How Expedition Bigfoot fits into this cultural phenomenon. Expedition Bigfoot capitalizes on the long-standing interest in Bigfoot by modernizing the search. Unlike many past shows, Expedition Bigfoot integrates cutting-edge technologies such as advanced heat-sensing cameras, DNA analysis, and algorithms that predict where Bigfoot might be hiding based on historical sightings. This combination of traditional cryptid investigation with modern science gives the show a unique edge, appealing to both die-hard Bigfoot enthusiasts and casual viewers fascinated by the mystery. As a part of this broader cultural phenomenon, Expedition Bigfoot taps into a deep well of curiosity that has existed for decades, keeping the myth alive for new generations. It stands as a reminder that even in a world dominated by scientific advancements, the lure of the unknown continues to draw in audiences. Ronny's sudden departure left a noticeable gap in the show's dynamic, with fans missing his unique mix of expertise, humor, and passion. Ronny LeBlanc's journey. Ronny first joined Expedition Bigfoot during its second season, quickly winning over audiences with his knowledge and captivating presence. Before captivating audiences on Expedition Bigfoot, Ronny LeBlanc had already made a name for himself in the world of paranormal investigation and cryptozoology. LeBlanc's fascination with the unknown began in his early years, growing up in central Massachusetts, an area rich with mysterious sightings and legends, including numerous Bigfoot sightings. His childhood experiences exploring the forests and hearing local stories about strange creatures planted the seeds of curiosity that would later blossom into a full-fledged career.
There we go. Standing by.
LeBlanc's entry into cryptozoology and paranormal investigation. LeBlanc's professional journey began with a deep dive into paranormal phenomena. He co-authored the book Monsterland, which explores mysterious cryptid sightings in the Monsterland area of central Massachusetts. This work not only showcased his investigative skills, but also highlighted his ability to weave together compelling narratives that blend folklore, witness testimonies, and scientific inquiry. LeBlanc's approach to cryptozoology stood out from others in the field as he balanced skepticism with open-mindedness, always seeking tangible evidence to back up the claims. Additionally, LeBlanc gained credibility within the paranormal community through his work as a UFO investigator and a frequent guest on radio shows and podcasts about the supernatural. His investigations into UFO sightings and encounters brought him further into the spotlight, where he became known for his methodical yet adventurous spirit. These experiences sharpened his investigative techniques and strengthened his credibility, ultimately leading to his casting in Expedition Bigfoot. Bigfoot research and influence in the community. By the time LeBlanc joined Expedition Bigfoot, he had already established a reputation as one of the top cryptozoologists in the country. His dedication to uncovering evidence of cryptids like Bigfoot earned him respect in a field where speculation often runs rampant. LeBlanc's work is characterized by his passion for understanding the unknown, whether through gathering witness accounts or scouring remote locations for elusive creatures. With years of experience and numerous high-profile investigations under his belt, LeBlanc brought not only expertise, but also a grounded, relatable perspective to the show. His combination of humor, knowledge, and an insatiable curiosity made him a fan favorite, adding a unique dynamic to the team on Expedition Bigfoot. However, his unexpected exit at the start of Season 5 came as a surprise to many. One of the more interesting aspects of LeBlanc's departure is its connection to the controversy surrounding Daniel Barnett, a young cryptid enthusiast. Barnett had gained a following through his podcast, where he interviewed cryptozoologists and paranormal investigators while working on a Bigfoot documentary. Despite his passion and enthusiasm for the cryptid world, Barnett found himself at the center of a scandal that shook the cryptozoology community. Barnett's work and rise in popularity.
Covered two big flat prints. Today's game plan is to really explore this area and try and find some real evidence on.
Before the controversy, Barnett was viewed as a rising star in cryptozoology. His podcast, Chasing Cryptids, had become a popular platform for fans of the unknown. Featuring interviews with experienced investigators, his work contributed to keeping the search for Bigfoot alive in public discourse. Barnett's youthful energy and willingness to embrace modern storytelling tools, such as podcasts and social media, set him apart from older, more traditional researchers. The backlash and criticism. However, Barnett's approach wasn't without criticism. He often promoted outlandish theories that lacked evidence, which drew skepticism from veteran cryptozoologists and the scientific community. Critics claimed that his podcast sometimes blurred the lines between entertainment and legitimate investigation, leading to accusations of sensationalism. His documentary also raised eyebrows, as some felt it exaggerated evidence to boost viewership, undermining the credibility of more serious researchers. The tipping point came when allegations surfaced that Barnett had manipulated interview footage and exaggerated findings in his documentary. This stirred fierce debates within the cryptozoology community, as some rallied behind Barnett, citing the challenges of proving the existence of elusive creatures like Bigfoot. Others condemned his actions, fearing that it damaged the already fragile credibility of cryptid research.
50-year-old kid who's now being attacked by people, being accused of faking eDNA evidence, All of you should be really ashamed of yourselves.
Impact on the cryptozoology community. Barnett's controversy had ripple effects throughout the cryptozoology world. Established investigators distanced themselves from him, while some fans turned their back on his podcast. The fallout highlighted deeper divisions within the community, between those who prioritize scientific rigor and those who lean towards sensational storytelling to keep public interest alive. LeBlanc's connection to Barnett and the public scrutiny surrounding the incident ultimately factored into his decision to step away from Expedition Bigfoot. While LeBlanc was not directly involved in the controversy, the negative attention surrounding Barnett and the cryptozoology community at large may have influenced his choice to avoid becoming entangled in a divisive public debate. Barnett, who hosted a podcast and was working on a Bigfoot documentary, became the subject of criticism and accusations from various groups. This controversy stirred up heated debates within the cryptozoology community, highlighting the challenges that come with the search for cryptids like Bigfoot. The cryptozoology community and its challenges. Beyond individual controversies, the cryptozoology community as a whole faces unique challenges that often go unnoticed by the public. Cryptozoologists like Ronny LeBlanc are dedicated to exploring the unknown, yet their field is frequently met with skepticism and ridicule. The search for creatures like Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, or Chupacabra is considered fringe science by many, resulting in ongoing struggles for credibility.
Ronnie, what was that?
I don't know. I've never heard anything like that. That was crystal clear.
Skepticism and public perception. One of the most significant challenges cryptozoologists face is skepticism from both the scientific community and the general public. Cryptozoology's reliance on anecdotal evidence and eyewitness accounts often leads to its dismissal by mainstream scientists. Many believe that if creatures like Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster existed, they would have been discovered by now using modern scientific techniques. Public perception also plays a role in this skepticism. Shows like Expedition Bigfoot draw viewers who are fascinated by the unknown, but critics argue that they sensationalize the search for cryptids, often prioritizing entertainment over scientific inquiry. This creates a difficult balance for cryptozoologists. How do they maintain public interest without sacrificing scientific rigor? The portrayal of cryptozoologists in the media has been another obstacle. Shows and documentaries often portray cryptozoologists as eccentric or overly trusting, further marginalizing their work. Yet, without the media, many of these researchers wouldn't have a platform to share their findings or theories. This love-hate relationship with the media leaves cryptozoologists navigating a delicate line between entertainment and legitimate research. Funding and resources. Another challenge faced by cryptozoologists is the lack of funding and resources for their investigations. Since cryptozoology is not recognized as a mainstream science, securing grants or institutional support is nearly impossible. Most investigators, like Ronny LeBlanc, fund their own research or rely on television shows and private sponsors. This financial strain limits the scope of their work and often forces them to make compromises, which can lead to rushed conclusions or incomplete investigations.
Did you hear that?
Yes,
Something either fell or was thrown just now.
There's definitely movement over here. I think something's coming up this way.
Community divisions and internal conflicts. The controversy surrounding Daniel Barnett is not an isolated case, but rather a reflection of deeper divisions within the cryptozoology community. On one side are the seasoned investigators who emphasize scientific methods and cautious interpretation of evidence. On the other side are younger enthusiasts who, like Barnett, rely more on modern media and sensationalism to build their platforms. This divide creates friction within the community, as disagreements over methodology and ethics frequently arise. Despite these challenges, the search for cryptids like Bigfoot continues to captivate the public imagination. For cryptozoologists, the quest is not just about proving the existence of elusive creatures, but also about preserving the sense of wonder and curiosity that drives their work. What lies ahead? As Expedition Bigfoot continues without Ronny LeBlanc, fans are left wondering whether he will return. As Expedition Bigfoot moves forward, the absence of Ronny LeBlanc opens new possibilities for the show's future. While his departure left a noticeable void, the show's producers now face the challenge of keeping the format fresh, engaging, and innovative in the competitive landscape of paranormal investigation TV. New cast members and dynamics. One of the first questions on viewers' minds is how the cast will evolve. Will the producers bring in a new expert to fill LeBlanc's shoes, or will the existing team adjust to a new dynamic? A potential new cast member could bring a different perspective or area of expertise, such as a scientist specializing in animal behavior or a veteran cryptozoologist with decades of field experience. The show might also opt for someone with strong storytelling skills to capture viewers' attention, as LeBlanc did. The choice of a new team member will ultimately shape the tone of the show moving forward. If the producers decide to focus more on scientific analysis, this could attract a different demographic of viewers who are more interested in empirical data than the folklore surrounding Bigfoot. Alternatively, the introduction of a more charismatic or adventurous investigator could return the show to its roots, emphasizing exploration and personal journeys in the wilderness.
We heard was back there, but whoever made that sound is probably coming around this way now, because we keep on hearing those pops and cracks. They're coming around now. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3. There are 3, not 2.
Changes in investigation techniques. LeBlanc's exit might also lead to a shift in how investigations are conducted. With his experience in paranormal investigation and cryptozoology gone, the show may lean more heavily on technology-driven methods. This could mean a greater emphasis on drones, satellite imaging, and AI-powered tracking systems to scour vast, remote areas where Bigfoot is believed to dwell. Expedition Bigfoot might also embrace a more scientific approach, recruiting biologists or environmental scientists to lend credibility to their findings. By combining technological advancements with expertise in wildlife biology, the show could take a more evidence-based approach to the search for Bigfoot, adding a layer of seriousness and legitimacy to their investigations. Shifts in storytelling and focus. Beyond the technical aspects, LeBlanc's departure provides an opportunity for Expedition Bigfoot to shift its storytelling style. The show might focus more on the personal stories of the investigators or the historical background of the areas they explore. By diving deeper into the cultural and ecological aspects of Bigfoot's habitat, the show could offer viewers a more holistic understanding of the legend. This shift would not only keep the audience engaged, but also introduce new themes and narratives that haven't been explored in previous seasons.
Our surveillance system registered a hit. I believe these creatures are breeding and possibly raising their young right here in Northern California. Check that out.
You got a print there?
Fan expectations. Finally, fans of the show are likely to have mixed feelings about the direction it will take without LeBlanc. Some may be excited to see how the show evolves, while others may feel that a key component of its charm has been lost. The producers will need to strike a careful balance between staying true to the spirit of Expedition Bigfoot and pushing the show into new and exciting territory. Ultimately, while LeBlanc's departure represents a major shift, it also offers a fresh slate for the series to reinvent itself. Whether the show leans into technology, new team dynamics, or more focused investigations, the future of Expedition Bigfoot is full of potential. His absence leaves a void, with viewers still eager for more mysteries from the wild and the creatures that inhabit it. LeBlanc's sudden departure from Expedition Bigfoot wasn't just a shock to viewers, but it also marked a turning point for the show. His unique blend of expertise, humor, and a relatable approach made him a central figure in the investigation team. Before his exit, the dynamic between the cast members thrived on Ronny's chemistry with his colleagues. He brought a lightheartedness to intense situations, balancing the tension of their dangerous and mysterious expeditions into the unknown. His background in cryptozoology and paranormal investigations also provided crucial insights during crucial moments in the search for Bigfoot. Changes in show dynamics. With Ronny gone, viewers quickly noticed a shift in the team's approach. The investigations became more methodical, but many fans felt that something was missing. The rapport that LeBlanc had established with other cast members created a layer of personal connection and emotional investment for the audience. Without him, the show's tone shifted, leaning more heavily into scientific analysis and less into the personal stories and quirky moments that made LeBlanc so appealing. LeBlanc's departure also meant the team had to find new ways to engage with audiences who were used to his energetic and inquisitive nature. Some episodes felt more serious, with a focus on data collection and expert interviews, but fans expressed nostalgia for the more casual, exploratory side of the show that LeBlanc brought to the forefront.
Back here in Northern California because I believe Bigfoot is using this area as a breeding ground.
And this thing looks amazing. This is a 15 or 16-inch foot cast.
That wasn't a bear, deer, or an elk.
Fan reactions to LeBlanc's exit. The fan response to Ronny's departure was immediate and passionate. Social media lit up with messages from viewers who missed his presence, with many questioning the reason for his sudden exit. One fan tweeted, "Expedition Bigfoot just isn't the same without Ronny LeBlanc." The show lost a bit of its heart. Numerous comments on fan forums echoed similar sentiments, praising LeBlanc for his relatability and how he humanized the search for Bigfoot. Many viewers even speculated about whether he would return in future seasons, reflecting the emotional impact his absence had on the fan base. Some loyal followers of the show created petitions and online groups dedicated to bringing Ronny back. These passionate responses highlighted just how integral LeBlanc had become to the core of Expedition Bigfoot's identity. Team members reflect on LeBlanc's exit. In interviews following his departure, some of LeBlanc's former cast members reflected on the gap he left behind. One member mentioned that Ronny brought an energy that was infectious. He kept things light, but was also really knowledgeable. And that the team definitely felt different without him. His ability to merge humor with a sense of wonder about the unexplained helped drive the show forward, and his departure left the remaining crew adjusting to a new dynamic. Producers of the show also faced a challenge in keeping the investigations fresh without LeBlanc. They introduced new team members and shifted the narrative to rely more on scientific data and theories. But it was clear that LeBlanc's absence left a noticeable void in the interpersonal connections that had been built. The show's direction after LeBlanc's departure.
I'm intrigued to get this back to a lab. Not only is there this giant tree structure, but there's also evidence in the form of hair.
Since LeBlanc's exit, Expedition Bigfoot has continued to evolve, but fans are divided on the changes. Some have embraced the shift toward a more research-focused format, appreciating the deeper dive into scientific methods and new technologies used in the field. Others, however, long for the days when the show was as much about the investigators' personal journeys as it was about the cryptid search itself. The decision to lean into a more serious tone is evident in the way newer episodes unfold. The narratives have become more linear, and the investigations seem more formal. While this may appeal to a more scientifically inclined audience, the casual fans who enjoyed LeBlanc's playful enthusiasm felt that something vital had been lost. While the show moves forward, there remains a sense of longing for the man who once brought those mysteries to life. Ronny LeBlanc's post-Expedition Bigfoot projects. As Ronny LeBlanc steps away from Expedition Bigfoot, fans are curious about his next ventures. With his background in cryptozoology and paranormal investigations, LeBlanc is well positioned to pursue new opportunities in television or documentaries. He could host a new show focusing on cryptid or paranormal investigations, collaborate with other experts in the field, or create a more in-depth documentary series on mysterious phenomena. LeBlanc's success as an author with Monsterland suggests he might also release more books, offering insights into his investigations and personal journey. His popularity in the cryptozoology community could see him remain active on the conference circuit or engage in collaborations on new research projects. Additionally, LeBlanc may explore digital platforms like podcasts or YouTube, maintaining a direct connection with fans and sharing updates on his work. Whether through media appearances, writing, or live events, LeBlanc's future holds exciting possibilities as he continues exploring the unknown.